Okay. Let's see. When last we met our darling protagonist, she was about to go into the studio. So I don't know if Ragnar Tornquist ever ran into the Charles DeLint books. The city that this is set in is surprisingly similar to, I think it was called Newport, which was the basis for all of his urban fantasy. You'll see a lot of mythology markings showing up in it. There is a Native American character. There's a crossover into the American Celtic, as you can see by the rug. It's a blend of Native American and then also womb, which is the Welsh crossed with the Celtic patterning, which is a mouthful, but again, she's an artist. So,
The wardrobe was actually made of real wood and not that synthetic crap that makes me sneeze and itch all over.
wow, that's quite a statement.
Alright, so my wardrobe's sort of chic deficient, but I can't afford to be cutting edge. Useful, practical, and cheap is my shopping mantra. It's a bunch of drawings I drew when I was a kid. I don't even know why I brought them here. An empty cardboard box. That's so not interesting. It's Constable Guybrush, my toy Oh, Abe. He doesn't much like being called Lucky.
Constable Guybrush.
I could only carry one suitcase with me when I left home. There was so much I would have loved to bring, but c'est la vie. At least it was a clean break with my past. I guess when all my hard work starts paying off, I'll get a house and fill it with all kinds of new junk. The past, who needs it?
It's a telling statement. Alright. Are you planning on getting dressed there, girl, or?
Nice view, if you're into brickwork. I'm not good at taking care of living things, but this plant's doing just fine despite months of neglect. I had to borrow some posters from the cafe because I just can't afford to buy any of my own. When I think about it, it's so depressing. It's a picture of me and my friends.
The thing with puzzle games is you kind of have to look at literally everything.
On again, off again diary. We've had a turbulent relationship, her and I. Dear diary, note to self. Dreams of talking trees and dragons aside, it's still no excuse for talking to inanimate matter in the real world. So quit it.
It's actually called rubber ducking, and it's a thing that programmers do.
That's my desk, so theoretically, that's where I'm supposed to do my work.
So yes, at Google,
my music's departed me for greener pastures, though.
they
Because lately,
talk to rubber ducks.
inspiration's been fleeting at best.
You should get a rubber duck.
Shelves. That fan is supposed to keep the room nice and cool in the summer. Sure, yeah, it's at least, 1/4 of a degree cooler in here when it's on. It's just a chair.
It is just a chair.
That's my work. It's supposed to be a portrait of my life study teacher, but I think you might disagree.
So it's a really user-friendly game. It doesn't get mad when you
head
spam
over
click.
to the studio to do some work. Only 2 weeks until the big show opens, and my contribution is in serious need of attention. Might be a good idea to get dressed first, though.
The interface is a little tiny bit wonky because the flags are set up so that when you go to do something, something happens, rather than when you're exploring.
Babe, you're looking real sexy today.
Zach, listen, I've got to run. And
What's going on, April? How you been?
I don't really have time to hang around.
Then how about hanging out with me tonight? A few raptures, some hot dancing. Did I tell you I got a VIP pass to the pavilion? Those things are hard to come by, babe.
Let me think about it.
So think about it, babe. Don't keep thinking too long or I'll be gone. There are other birds in the sea, you know? Gotta go.
access terminal. Computer. Voice interface is not installed. Please use the touchscreen interface to communicate with this free access terminal. Oh, okay. Why not consider a very reasonable upgrade? In addition to a voice interface, true holo display technology and Instacredit compatibility. No, I'll just use my hands, thanks. You are missing out on a great opportunity. If you upgrade now... Hold on. You understood that. You have a voice interface installed already. Why would I pay to have another one installed? Current voice interface is for sales purposes only. If you take advantage of this very affordable upgrade today... No, really. This terminal doesn't belong to me. Noted. Please refrain from voice communication in the future, or you will be reported to the FACT FUB and charged for processing time. FUB? Fair Use Bureau. They are authorized to carry deadly arms. Well, whatever. Sorry.
Holy cow. Gotta love apartments. Absentee landlords.
Organic plastic. It grows, and it converts carbon dioxide into oxygen, just like real plants, but it doesn't need nourishment of any kind. Convenient. Disturbing.
A little bit. And that's what I mean about kind of exploring everything, because some of the puzzles just require pieces that you've picked up along the way. It's kind of why I like...
His place is twice as big as mine, with a private bathroom. And a huge bed. Guess he likes his creature comforts.
It's kind of why I like an art student as a protagonist, because they have a tendency to be a little bit more gypsy about how they walk around, collect things, search for inspiration. Some of the other protagonist adventure games are a little bit more sketchy. Detectives do well, etc., etc. Adventurers. We'll take one last look around before we head out. Looks like brass knuckles.
Reconsider it. Keep the volume down after 11 p.m. Fiona. I can't tell what that note's saying as long as it's up there. Fiona's handwriting is not particularly legible. I'm sorry. Big sweaty jocks do not turn me on. I'll take a nerd any day. Pizza and movie night, Monday, July 31st. Look, it's Monkey Boy. Common room, duty roster, July 27th. April and Emma. Oh, joy, manual labor, my favorite. San Francisco. Love to go there someday. Someday soon, hopefully. Annual summer blowout at the Fringe Cafe, Friday, August 4th, 8 p.m. Free food. Live performances by Roy and Dale. Harlequin Masquerade. The Go-Getters. Tickets available at the bar. $10 only. Spread the word. The omnipresent screen. I don't pretend to know how it works, but all the data apparently passes through tiny little black holes in the fabric of our dimension. You know, it really freaks me out when I think about it.
I like the fact that even though it's set in the future, they have the poverty aspect where, you know, you still have your poor college students, etc., etc. And you actually have to work your way up. A lot of futuristic settings go straight from a, you know, ghetto where there's the criminals, which actually is not how it's set up in everyday social settings. Criminal activity is actually mostly run by governments. For instance, the United States Army is the #1 arms dealer in the world. Technically, arms stealing is illegal, although I assume the way that they do it is legal. But criminal activity tends to be at the top, which I think they get wrong.
We have a nice view of the bridges from this window.
You have a lot of tech that's available in this, but you still have that lower middle class. I'm about to start a very lengthy conversation with Fiona, so I'm going to cut it off here. But this is the longest journey. I am Ann Ginger. You can find me at What to Play Next. That's on youtube.com. I also run wogbadfantasyarts.blogspot.com. That does books, education, short stories, serials, and also video games. So you can check that out. Do Adventure Games a favor and drop a subscribe or a like. And thank you for watching. As always, much love.